Hi dear ones, how are you? Happy Tuesday. And today we continue on the throat chakra. Now I'm sure that you all have already started understanding why you don't feel that you have your voice, or that you don't feel that you're being heard in your life, maybe in your work life, maybe in your private life, but there is something for you that you can do about it. Okay, so today is day 2. We've spoken already about the profile of the throat chakra, and now we're going into the traumas and abuses that you could have suffered during the age that this particular chakra was developed. And remember, that's from the age of 28 to 35, with the 7 to 12 also being very, very important. So age 7 to 12, were you heard? And were you able to express yourself verbally in your environment, whether it was at school or whether it was at home? So we looked at balanced characteristics yesterday, and now we're going to look at the traumas and abuses that we could have suffered during those ages. So as I say again, from the age of 28 to 35, and of course in our formative years from the age 7 to 12. If your environment was full of lies and mixed messages, that is part of the traumas and abuses that you may have suffered. Perhaps verbal abuse, constant yelling and arguing, excessive criticism. I'll give you an example. I remember coming home from school with 100% on a test, and my dad thought he was joking when he said, "Why didn't you get 110%? And I found myself subconsciously always answering extra questions in tests and exams, just in case somehow, subconsciously, I could get that 110%. So I actually found myself feeling that I was not good enough if I got 100% on a test or an exam, and was always striving for that 110%. So when you have these blocks on your creativity, being able to perhaps paint something and it not being seen as perfectly exactly the way it is, and not actually being able to express yourself in drawing or in painting, or sometimes even in music because it wasn't perfect, that blocks the creativity, all of that criticism of it not being perfect. And then if that happened in the ages 7 to 12, you find that you stop actually allowing yourself to be creative, because you know that the criticism of your parents is going on in your head, and you just don't even try it anymore because you know that, why am I even going to try? Secrets as well, threats for telling something to somebody else, authoritarian parents, don't talk back, don't want your cheek, backhand. These things are all very real, and it happened to a lot of people I know growing up, and probably a lot of you that I don't know either. An alcoholic or chemical dependent family. Don't talk, don't trust, don't feel. So obviously this is very, very prevalent in our age group at the moment when we think back to what was acceptable for our parents to do and say and to be as we were growing up. So when we look at this throat chakra and we look at the characteristics that would be displayed if that chakra was in a deficiency of energy: fear of speaking, maybe having a small and very weak voice, or difficulty putting feelings into words, introversion or shyness, perhaps being tone deaf, not being able to sing in tune, and not having rhythm. An excess of energy in this particular chakra would show the characteristics of too much talking, or talking as a defense, the inability to listen, poor auditory comprehension, gossiping. Some people are quite addicted to that, and a dominating voice, constant interruptions whenever you are speaking. And then, of course, the physical malfunctions. And these physical malfunctions are manifest as disorders of the throat, like laryngitis. Disorders, because the ear, nose, and throat are all connected. That's why you have an ENT doctor. Everything is all connected here. So something disorders of the ears, perhaps neck and stuttering is also a characteristic or a physical malfunction. Dental or periodontal problems, tightness of the jaw, neck and vertebra problems, an over or underactive thyroid, toxicity due to the chakra's name, which means purification, so toxicity in the body. Healing practices for this particular chakra include loosening your neck and shoulders, releasing your voice. If that means screaming as loud as you can into a pillow, or being able to actually speak your truth. So releasing your voice, allowing yourself to speak without any blocks or criticism, and doing so creatively. Singing, chanting, toning, dancing to music you like, storytelling, journal writing, automatic writing, so just writing and letting anything that's in your mind just come. Practicing silence for excess chakra energy. Non-goal orientated creativity, so being creative without needing to necessarily have something finished and complete, just being able to be creative. And then of course psychotherapy, learning communication skills, completing your communications, letter writing, inner child communication, voice dialogue, and to bathe in or wear the color blue, self-development courses, using the aromatherapy oils in diffusers or baths like I mentioned yesterday, and eating blue food or drink, and wearing or bathing in the same color and wearing the appropriate gemstones. So ladies and gents, when you look at what you experience during certain ages in your life, understand that those traumas and abuses are going to have an effect on you today, on your health that you are in, how your body is manifesting that now, and to be able to release those things, to be able to cleanse and clear your chakras. It's really important to do the journaling work, which we will get into the questions of tomorrow. But speaking your truth, especially in the age 28 to 35, if you have not been able to and you do not know how to, you're going to have difficulties in communication now. And that is going to influence your current relationships with friends, family, strangers, and most of all with yourself. So do the hard work. That is the just for today. Work honestly and hard on yourself. Do the hard work on releasing a lot of those things. Investigate, remember. And when you do go back into your memory bank, please release all criticism. You are observing without being attached to the outcome. Observe it as if you are somebody taking notes on a movie that is going past you. Take those notes and look at it from the outside looking in, so that you can understand and better forgive yourself and those around you. Remember, forgiveness is not condoning the act that was perpetrated against you. Forgiveness is choosing not to be a vessel to hold on to that toxicity that was created from that act. You have a choice to release it, and release it in a way that helps you to heal and to move forward in your life happily, with confidence and with conviction in yourself. Once again, our foundations, our 4 agreements, and our 5 Reiki principles. Have a wonderful Tuesday, everybody, and I will see you back here again tomorrow.